Hello everyone and hello my students. In this video, Miss Ayu wants to give you knowledge about recount text, especially about recount text story that consists of experience of joining baking course in Yogyakarta. Do you want to know more about it? So let's check it out! Well everyone and my students, Miss Ayu will read the recount text story and please listen it carefully. You can use your earphone or your headphone. It was Saturday. I was on my lovely bedroom and I was scrolling through my Instagram and found an interesting baking video reel in it. I just clicked on its Instagram video reel and I saw the contents of its profile, and it made me very interested in trying to register for a cake course at that place. I decided to save the WhatsApp number of the owner of the baking course. After that, I tried to send message to the owner about the schedule of baking course. The owner was friendly and she replied my WhatsApp message and gave me the schedule of the baking course. There were so many menus of baking course in each day. I am interested in one of the menu that was various baked cakes. However, the price was enough expensive. Then, I had a small discussion with my mother about it. Fortunately, my mother allowed me to join the baking course, and it had been better to invite one of my friends there to accompany me joining the course. It was because the place was not in Klaten, and it was my first time joining the course in Yogyakarta. After that, I tried to call my besties to join me following the baking course in Yogyakarta. However, none of them could join me at that time because of their business time. Because of this, I had a small discussion again with my mother. My mother gave me a solution to take a Grab car with our accustomed driver of my mother. I agree with my mother's solution. The next 3 days, I went to the baking course by the Grab car. It took 1 hour journey. After I arrived at the baking course place, I was friendly welcomed with Miss Rina. She was the owner of the baking course there. Before we started the baking course class, we must pay the fee of the baking course in the lobby. Then, Miss Rina invited me to join baking class. It was class special for baking activities. In that class, I met new friendly friends there. Most of them were housewives that had a home business of selling cakes. They came from other cities such as Solo, Magelang, Temanggung, Sukoharjo, and many other cities. A few minutes later, the class began. Miss Rina entered the class to tell the rules during joining the baking class. I and other baking participants was compulsory to wear aprons to avoid getting dirty from the dough. Then, Miss Rina taught us how to make dough, knead the dough, and bake in the oven. That was so tiring, but I like it because I have beneficial knowledge of baking processes. Miss Rina taught not only the baking processes, but also the tips and tricks how to do the baking process successfully. Miss Rina was so kind-hearted, teaching us so many knowledges about baking. Perhaps this thing was the reason why the price was a little bit expensive. Then, the first 2 hours, I and other participants were taught about how to make chiffon cake. After that, we took a rest for 30 minutes for lunch and Dhuhr praying. The lunch had been ready prepared by Miss Rina for us. The mukna also had been prepared by Miss Rina too. After we finished our lunch and Dhuhr praying, the baking class continued with the next course. That was the tutorial how to make chocolate brownies with oven stove. Baking with oven stove was a little bit tricky for me. It needed some tricks more than steamed process. And it needs more times and patience to bake the cake successfully, especially brownies. I think I need more times to practice baking by using stove gas at home by myself regularly. The clock showed 5 p.m. and it was the end of the baking class today and would be continued for the next 2 weeks. However, I thought that I would not join the baking class anymore because I must go at work again after school semester holidays, and for weekend was for my rest time, enjoying family time, by healing to relax my mind after daily working at school. Then I called for my driver to take me home. It was so exhausting joining baking class for a whole day. However, I enjoyed the class very much because I had many new friends there. I also had so many knowledges about baking processes in that place. After arriving at home, I took a rest for saving my energy for the next day. Well, that was Ayu's experience joining baking course in Yogyakarta. Although it was exhausting, Ayu could get so many friends and so many knowledges about baking processes. Well, everyone, I'm afraid this is the end of my delivering the example of recount text, especially recount text story that consists of experience of joining baking course in Yogyakarta. Okay, I hope you like this video. Don't forget to keep studying at home. Thank you, everyone. and see you on my next videos. Bye-bye!